Angel, because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
Angel Reese is completely losing her composure after Caitlin Clark secured yet another prestigious title in the sports world, adding fuel to the already heated rivalry between the two rising stars.
Let's look at the big news, which is Caitlin Clark has been named the Associated Press Female Athlete of the Year.
But hey, jealousy is human, we get it. The real issue, dear Angel, isn't the envy itself, it's how you handle it. Instead of sharpening your game, you're busy running marathon live streams on your unapologetically Angel platform, while Caitlin Clark is out there putting in the work and breaking a sweat.
Was Angel Reese even in the conversation on this? Because I cannot imagine that she was. Somewhere her and Asia and Cheryl Swoops are all punching air, okay? Be in shambles. That's all we got to say. Be in shambles.
And then, as if that wasn't enough, you try to spin the narrative by dismissing Clark's success as nothing more than white privilege, and even going so far as to label her fans as racists. Seriously, Angel, blaming the world for your own shortcomings isn't the flex you think it is. Maybe, instead of pointing fingers literally and figuratively, you should take a page from Clark's playbook. Work hard, stay focused, and let your performance speak for itself. But let's be real, self-awareness clearly isn't your strong suit.
Notice that doesn't say female basketball player of the year. Nah, she's female athlete. She beat out, for example, Simone Biles. All right, not to mention the Asia Wilsons and Angel Reeses of the world.
Angel Reese has crowned herself the queen of taunts, the master of theatrics, and the ultimate ambassador of finger-wagging. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark has been busy rewriting history books and carving her name into the Mount Rushmore of women's basketball. While Clark builds a legacy, Reese seems more focused on auditioning for her next viral TikTok moment. The problem? She's completely missing the memo on what actually matters in sports: skill, legacy, and, well, not embarrassing yourself on a global stage.
Angel Reese, you can't beat a big bad wolf, but then kind of cry like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Nobody mourns when the villain catches an L. And Angel Reese, you have self-proclaimed.
Caitlin Clark didn't just dominate 2024, she absolutely obliterated it. Being named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year was a true mic drop moment, especially as the first WNBA player to earn the honor since the award's inception in 2019. Her rookie season was so remarkable that even basketball purists probably had to double-check the numbers: over 27 points per game, leading the league in scoring, and shattering more than 60 records. Clark wasn't just good, she was transcendent. Meanwhile, what was Angel Reese doing? Reliving her 15 minutes of fame from a year-old championship game, where her antics overshadowed the actual victory. Because, of course, why celebrate your team's win when you can make the spotlight all about yourself? Even Cheryl Swoops had to admit it this time.
But the fact that that's the very first WNBA player to ever win Time Magazine Athlete of the Year is pretty special.
Clark's brilliance went far beyond the stat sheet. She single-handedly dragged the Indiana Fever, a franchise that hadn't even sniffed the playoffs since 2016, back into contention. Her games became must-watch television, arenas packed to capacity, and her influence stretched well beyond the hardwood. Forbes 30 under 30? Check. Comparisons to Michael Jordan and LeBron James? Absolutely. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's biggest contribution to basketball culture seems to be serving as a walking, talking lesson on what not to do if you want to be taken seriously. It's almost poetic how her once celebrated NCAA championship antics now feel like ancient history, especially when Clark's achievements have eclipsed her so completely.
When you literally go on Twitter and you search Rookie of the Year, Angel Reese, it is like everybody talking about why she's not a good basketball player. Yes, okay, a lot of her rebounds are her own rebounds, but she's having a historic season just like Caitlin Clark is, and I think that she deserves a lot more credit than what she's getting.
Can we stop? See, so that right there is part of the problem. Let's stop comparing her to Caitlin Clark. Like, let's not compare her
I'm saying
season.
People are doing that. So I said she's
true.
having a historic season just like Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, but
Caitlin Clark is setting assist records. She's setting rebound rookie records.
They're very different things. And so I think that's where a lot of the hate comes in, if I can be honest. If we really want to resolve Angel receiving as much vitriol as she does, we have to separate the two because right now they are conjoined. But Angel's game is very, very different than Caitlyn's. If we're able to stop tying them together, I think way more people will appreciate the things that Angel does well as opposed to defending the greatness that is Caitlyn Clark and what she does well.
Let's be honest. Angel Reese did have a strong collegiate run. Her stats were solid, averaging 23 points and 15.4 rebounds per game during LSU's championship season. But here's the problem. Her legacy isn't remembered for those numbers. It's remembered for the finger wag, the smug ring pointing, and that infamous taunt aimed at Caitlyn Clark. Reese turned what could have been her crowning moment into a sideshow, and now the audience has moved on. Clark is the main event, while Reese has become the awkward post-credit scene nobody asked for. The truth is, controversy might trend for a day, but excellence endures.
Are you kidding me? As female athlete of the year, oh, the wokes will be in shambles.
The contrast between Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese couldn't be more striking. Clark lets her game do the talking, with numbers and accolades that speak louder than any finger wag or imaginary ring. Reese, meanwhile, seems stuck in a cycle of forced theatrics that grow less impactful by the day. Her once viral moment has aged poorly, while Clark's brilliance shines brighter with every new achievement. When Reese was busy throwing shade, Clark stayed focused, humble, and delivered performances that left the sports world in awe. Reese has spent more energy crafting her brand than refining her game, like decorating a house on a crumbling foundation, flashy on the outside, but hollow underneath. Social media didn't miss a beat, roasting her with memes and comparisons that made it clear public opinion has shifted away from Team Reese. Clark's respect is universal, earned through hard work, humility, and unmatched talent. Reese's fame, by contrast, feels loud but shallow, more like a knockoff than the real thing. Even her fans' defenses, crying double standards and racial bias, crumbled quickly because Clark's dominance doesn't need defending. She didn't just win for optics, she earned it all. Rookie of the Year, All WNBA First Team, 4th in MVP voting, and over 60 records broken in a single season. That's not just winning, it's redefining greatness. At this point, Clark is the benchmark, while Reese looks like she's clinging to controversy because she has nothing else left.
You know, when you're talking about, athlete, you're talking about her college run.
Yeah, the run she had last year.
Her college run
into a rookie year to now, to date.
Yeah.
Yeah, the women's college tournament, I believe.
All the eyes she brought to the league this year.
Yeah, outperforming the men's.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Caitlyn Clark's rookie season was nothing short of legendary, a true masterclass in domination. Her insane three-point range, pinpoint assists, and court vision so sharp it feels like X-ray vision brought a spotlight to women's basketball like never before, and it's all thanks to her. What makes it even more impressive is how she's using that platform to lift others, especially Black women in sports, proving she's a trailblazer both on and off the court. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, usually so loud and eager for controversy, has been oddly silent. And that silence says it all, because even she seems to know there's no competing with Clark's level of greatness.
No, I think it's great, not just for her. I think it's great for the league.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody talked about the recognition that she brought to the W this season. So for her to be Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, I think it's really great for the league.
But let's not pretend Angel Reese hasn't tried to shift the narrative. She launched her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, which honestly comes across more like a desperate attempt at damage control than a genuine venture. Reese is clearly scrambling to find something, anything, that will keep her name relevant. The problem is, no one really cares about her podcast or her latest publicity stunts, because what people remember most is the finger wagging. Caitlyn Clark doesn't need gimmicks. Her legacy is built on performances, humility, and an undeniable ability to elevate the game. Reese's legacy, by contrast, is tied to a fleeting viral moment that the internet has already reduced to a running joke.
Who has a new weekly podcast called Unapologetically Angel. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. She's only 22. And the reality is, the scrutiny that she's been subjected to is inexcusable It's egregious. It's disgusting. It's wrong.
Here's the thing, this isn't just about basketball stats, it's about what it truly means to be great. Caitlin Clark's Time magazine honor is more than just another award. It's a declaration that she's not simply an athlete, but a generational talent, a movement, and a pioneer. And then there's Angel Reese who, despite her undeniable talent, feels trapped by her own antics. The contrast between their paths is almost Shakespearean. Clark's journey is built on excellence and humility, while Reese's is weighed down by controversy and theatrics. It's the difference between watching a masterclass in how to handle success and a crash course in what not to do.
Caitlin Clark is the reason why everybody has an opinion on what happened in that game.
The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese highlights a glaring contrast. Clark is universally respected not only for her game but also for her grace, reshaping the narrative of women's basketball and drawing comparisons to legends like Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Reese, on the other hand, clings to a brand built on finger-wagging and trash talk, and the gap between them has become a canyon. As Clark's accolades continue to mount, Reese's relevance fades faster than anyone expected. If Reese wants to salvage her legacy, she needs to evolve quickly, drop the theatrics, and focus on her game, but subtlety and self-awareness have never been her strong suits. While she scrambles to stay relevant, Clark is making history, owning the spotlight, and proving she's generational. Reese may have had her NCAA moment, but the world has clearly moved on. The truth is, theatrics might earn Reese a headline, but they won't build her a legacy. Clark is elevating women's basketball to unprecedented heights, cementing herself as a global icon, while Reese remains stuck chasing attention, looking more like the court jester in Clark's kingdom than a true rival.